Good morning, everyone. This is Ida with Created to Create. Before I go any further, if you are not 18 years or older, this video is not intended for you. Um, welcome, welcome to my back to my channel, my ladies, my crafty friends. Um, I have a few other embellishments that I have made, and I did put them on Instagram, but I kind of wanted to share some of them with you and just share with you my process as I'm going through creating this book of embellishments and the do's and the don'ts that I have discovered along the way. And well, there's one don't, but I want to share that with you. Anyway, you have all seen the front and already seen part of this book. So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to share with you. One of the things that I created in here made it too thick for me to even be able to add anything more in here. So that's one of the things that I wouldn't do again. But because I already did it, I'm going to leave it, but I am going to share it with you. Ultimately, it is a great idea, but for this book, it just doesn't work. Or for me, my opinion. It's just my opinion. So here's the front, and you've already seen part of, the tags that I created, and I did put the acetate. I did cut out some of the cutouts from the paper line and tuck them in here and there. Because this is going to be, it is an embellishment book, but I wanted for the recipient to be able to turn this into a mini album and store pictures and just memories and different things in here. So I did add photo mats to all the pages in here, but I didn't decorate them. They're just blank, so the recipient can do whatever she wants on here, or as many, sometimes we want a big picture, sometimes we want 4 little ones. So I want that option to be open to her, so I just left them blank. So one of the things that I did create, like I just added different things to the pockets, as you can see over here, wherever I could fit in things, that's what I did. Here I only added some cut aparts that she can alter a little bit more, add them to different projects. This one does again have the photo mats, and I did the mats with a tab on them, but where they stagger all the way, where they're not, they don't all line up. You have one up here, one a little bit lower, one a little bit lower, kind of like the file system where they don't all line up. That's what I did in the book. And you already seen this page. One of the things that I created were these embellishments right here, and I did share them already on Instagram. These are the Tim Holtz. I'll share with you what they look like. The Tim Holtz pocket watch embellishments, and they do come with the piece. This is what they look like. They do come with the little what do you call it? The little it's not resin. It's the little piece that goes on here to seal it, like the dome. Kind of almost like resin, but I don't remember what they're called. It's not an acetate sheet, it's something different. Anyway, they do come with that, so once you put your image in there, you can actually add the little dome to it. So that's what I did here on this one over here. I added my little tiny trim that I hauled a while back. I hope you can see it because I can't see what you're seeing. And then I added a little piece of chain like a pocket watch, and I added a wing on this one. I did add a little bow and some little wild orchid craft flowers. On this one, I left it a little bit more plain. Again, I added a piece of chain and a feather. And there's one of the images. I downsized the images so I could put them inside these little bezels. So here's another one that and these two on top, I used a gold wax on them, and on the bottom ones, I left them as is. That way she can either leave the color or change them, whatever she wants to do. But that's what I did to these. My favorite is this one, of course, because it's got all the bling. But I just fully decorated one so she can see that she can still alter the rest of them a little bit more if she wants to. So that's one of the other embellishments that I created. And the reason I have the paper clips on here is so the sheets won't, they're tucked into the pocket, but they do tend to slide out. So just kind of to keep them in place, I put in some paper clips for that. Here's one of the things that I say is a don't on the book. and I wanted to create something where I could house the stick pins that I had created. And I love the die. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful die. I have no regrets, but I should have probably made just a separate box to house the stick pins in, because it made it very bulky and I can't add any more to the book. I'm going to share with you what that looks like, and I will link uh, some of the products that I used in the description box. This is by Spellbinders. It is called Botanical Bliss, and it's a window die with, it does have some ivy, it does have some other type of designs you can add to the window box, and then of course the window box. But by the time you put the window box together, it's more like a little over maybe 5/8 of an inch. So it's a little bit thicker than a 1/2 inch, and I only allowed 1/2 inch gussets, so that's where my problem came in. But as far as using the window box, the flower box to house the stick pins, I think it's an awesome idea. I just shouldn't have put it in the book, but this one can be cut out and redone. I wouldn't suggest pulling it off, because it'll pull the paper off, and if you do that, then of course you would have to add another sheet and refix this. But it is doable, because this is going to a crafty lady, and I'm sure she can figure out something to do with that. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why I can't add any more embellishments to my book. Like, I couldn't add any here because of that box. In the corner over here on this side, I don't know if you can see it, because when this opens up, it's pretty big. I do have a pocket here, and I tucked in the little tags that were in the paper line and little sentiments. And the stick pins do have a bottom to them, so I just put them in a little bag here and tucked them in the pocket, so the recipient, when she uses them, she can put the little bottom on there, so whoever she's going to gift them to, they don't prick themselves with it. What else? Again, I have some more die cuts just in the pockets. Here's one of the cut aparts that I did mount onto paper. You already saw these. Okay, here is the other ones that I created. The other ones that I created are these. I cleaned up my space, guys, and it doesn't even feel like I cleaned it up. Like, I'm still dragging stuff around. I made these embellishments, and they are the little snowflakes. The little snowflakes with the cherubs on them. And these can be used as ornaments, or she can add just another little tag to them, a to and from, so they can be tags. They can be embellishments on a card, whatever she wants to do with them. I left the hanging cord that came on these. These were gifted here with the Secret Santa swap. Somebody gifted a box of these, and I put them to good use. So I did a pink one, and I did the white one down here. Different images, but they're all from the same paper line. But these, as you can see, my embellishments are pretty dimensional. So that's where I'm having the problem as far as putting as much as I would like to in the book. But even that being said, I think I counted, and there was like 20 embellishments in here. So it's still pretty neat. I didn't do anything to this one because of, like, again, the thickness. I added some die cuts and some more images from the paper line in here. There's some pockets with the paper line that she can add to the book. And then in the center here, I did change it a little bit. This had something different right here, and I decided to take it off, and then I added the same lace that I have on the outside of the book. I added it in the pocket right here, and then I added a bunch of the little just cut aparts from the paper, where she can use them to journal or turn them into photo mats or whatever. So that really, this is actually a journaling paper. That's why they're designed this size. And that's all I did. Just added them in here, so the recipient can use them any way that she wants. But this is a pocket. It's a pocket in there. Or she can turn them into photo mats as well. But that's all I'm going to be able to put into this book because of the box that I created. But I personally would recommend take the box off and and make it flat, or take it off completely and recover that sheet. I am going to include some of the paper that I used in this project. That way she can use them for the photo mats and stuff like that, and she'll have the matching paper. But that's what I did, and I'm going to share with you how thick it is, because I have my tags in here as well. So, you know, it's starting to bulge a little bit here, so I don't want to add any more to it. But I'm going to show you the top. See how full it is because of that window. Because of the window that I added, it's very, very full in here. And it's right here, the window's right here. So, you know, it's pretty thick. But once she takes all the embellishments out, the recipient takes all the embellishments out, this is actually going to hold a lot of pictures, and it's not going to bulge because she's got plenty of room. But it's just that my embellishments are very dimensional. But those are intended for her to use as cards and tags and just different things like that. Not necessarily to go in the book, but for her to create different things with it. Anyway, that is what I did with the embellishment book. I did make some other little wreaths and stuff that I'm going to include with this, but they just don't fit in the book. I created these right here using some shred that she had put into her package. I thought it was really, really pretty. It had these gold fibers going through the crinkle paper, so I just kind of made it into a little wreath. Added a little organza bow, a little cherub, and the word believe. I didn't add any pearls or anything to it. And then this one has hope. I could have added pearls to it if I wanted to, but I felt that because of the gold threads going through it, it was kind of busy. So I kind of wanted to tame it down. But that is what I created. I did share the two things that I used to the two other different things that the pocket watches and the die, the window die, because all in all, I think this is a beautiful die, and I would definitely use it on something else, maybe even on the outside of the book, but I shouldn't have used it on the inside of the book. But that's what I created. I hope that the recipient likes it. And I know that she will be able to, like I said, house a lot of different pictures. And, or, you know, if you go to a concert, you save the little stubs to your tags, to your ticket and stuff like that. So that's what this is intended for once she takes everything out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope everyone is having a great day. And I do have another video I need to put up, because if you guys haven't heard it, there's this crafty snowball fight on YouTube, and somebody threw a snowball at me. So what that is that we have to fill up the box and send it to someone else. And I did already prepare for that. It's not put together, but I have bought some items for that, and I want to share what I was sent. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone's having a great day. And God bless. Bye.